And by the way, I'm on these platforms. You might even be following me on these platforms. So it's not in my best interest to tell you to delete them, but just fucking delete them. And I hate to be the one to say this, but these distractions aren't limited to technology. If you're watching this, more than likely your friends are trying to invite you on Fridays to have little gaming parties, or maybe go get shit-faced at the local bar. Now, I'm not saying that you need to cut these people out forever or remove them from your life. Because for me, honestly, it's very good for the soul sometimes to just go and be stupid with your friends and have fun and just act your age. Especially for boys, it's just good to be with your guys sometimes. And there's nothing wrong with that. But you need to understand, for the next 6, 12, 18 months, they are not gonna be on the same wavelength as you. So you need to decide whether 7 hours of socializing and a hangover every week are really worth it to you right now. So as you're trying to get this plane off the ground, do you really want to do it in stormy conditions? Do you really want to do it with the winds working against you? Now is not the time for distractions. Now is the time for work. Unsurprisingly, this level of work and commitment is not sustainable. It's going to make you sick, and it's going to make you a pretty miserable person to speak to. So that's why you need to set realistic goals and a time limit to this dedication. And one of the most common mistakes I see people making when they start out is making wildly outlandish predictions and goals. You know, I'm willing to bet that if you scroll to the comments of this video, you'll see someone saying that they're going to comment again in a year's time when they're on a yacht with me smoking a cigar. And to that gentleman, take this in the nicest way possible. You're probably not. Now, in 3 years, 5 years, maybe 10 years, that could be a totally different story. And by the way, constantly in my life, I have these crazy situations where people that I was watching 10 years ago on YouTube or watching their content think, oh, it'd be so cool to meet this person or hang out with this person. We now meet as peers. So this stuff takes time. You just need to understand that in the short term, in the next year, you probably won't become a millionaire. And that's totally fine. Now, maybe your business does $1 million in revenue, but that doesn't mean that you're a millionaire. To me, what being a millionaire is actually having profited $1 million, as in taken home personally $1 million. That's step number one, or even better, having $1 million in cash. To me, that's what makes you a millionaire. So is it realistic that that's gonna happen in 1 year? Probably not. Obviously, unless you have a pre-existing business, you have some pre-existing background, and you're just scaling up what you're already doing. But as a beginner, no, it's not realistic. And that's fine. But that's 1 year. What you can accomplish in 5, 8, 10, 15 years is beyond your wildest fucking imaginations.